What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today, well not today, but for this video, because it's not gonna be done in one day, we are going to be wrapping my Honda Civic. Now, if you couldn't tell, before we get into that, look where I'm at, all right? Can you see what's going on? Take a look at the floor, okay? The walls, everything behind me. I'm in a new warehouse, we got a new shop. And by we, I mean me, Maxi, Victor, and Owen/Ghost Automotive, who is a friend of ours that also has their own wrap business. They do vinyl installation. He wrapped Max's car, he did PPF on my M2, he's wrapped Victor's car, he does vinyl stuff, all right? But let me give you a little tour of the place. Starting with probably one of my favorite things about this place is this upstairs mezzanine. This is Victor's Black Series kit. Ignore the mess though, we are still getting settled obviously. Lots of stuff up here, our own separate storage spots for whatever we want. There's my Civic bumper, and let me show you what it overlooks. The warehouse. This is awesome. I'll play some clips or some photos and show you what the place looked like before, because we have already done a pretty big transformation on this place. Still gotta get the lights done, so ignore the bad lighting. They'll definitely be changed soon. It's gonna be so cool to have all the cars in here for photos and videos and just working in the summer. Obviously in the winter it's fine because it's heated, but just the vibes are different in the warmer season. For car season, this is gonna be awesome. Lots of cool stuff we can do up here with this going on in the background. But let me show you where this warehouse continues. Also, the epoxy is done all the way throughout. You'll see that throughout the video. But I have my own little office here. Again, still getting settled. This is some merch and stuff that I still gotta get through. My little puny laptop from my big desk. And this is kind of like my section. I don't know if anybody is gonna share this office with me, but otherwise, if they don't, I might put a little mini basketball net over there. But now it is time to change this car from silver to blue. We are doing blue, thanks to Vinyl Frog.
Just gotta peel the foreskin.
It's either Laguna Seca or Voodoo Blue. I gotta look up the actual code, but I do think we're gonna cover the whole hood because I think the car would look way better as one single color. I don't want any exposed carbon. I want this to be a sleeper. But before we get to wrapping and taking the car apart, there is some rust that we have to take care of. So we've already kind of sanded off and grinded off all like the brown and the rust itself. So it's pretty flat now, and we can do Bondo and then sand that down again and then primer, and then we're good to wrap over it. This is a very expensive collector car that I need to maintain, okay? It's a Honda Civic. So these are Max's summer wheels, all right? He's offered to trade these for my Civic. Apparently these are worth like 12K, not the tires, just the rims, so I'd actually have to add cash on top. I don't really think that's a good deal though. I might have to just keep the Civic. He also told me that the tread is at least 2 seasons left, but I think he's trying to pull one over on me. I don't know, that doesn't look too good. This is the good thing about this car being so light, is that I can just push it wherever I want. Because it's not going to turn it on and turn it off, because apparently it floods really easily because of the injectors.
Someone just fart?
Someone just shit themselves. It's time to dismantle the car and then run alcohol wipes through all the cracks and crevices to make sure it's squeaky clean. But thankfully this body is actually in really good shape, so it shouldn't be too dirty.
My milkshake brings other boys to the yard and they're like,
whoa! Now it's time to take the headlights out. Just like that, we got one headlight out. Upon removing the bumper, I don't know how this happened, but my intercooler is just snapped off this tabs. Boom, the second headlight is out. You guys like the chrome housing? I've been thinking about switching up to maybe a black housing headlight, but these are just so fresh. Like, I don't know if these were redone or resealed or how new these are, but they look so good. Now we're gonna take out these taillights. Is this bottom part supposed to be kind of yellow? I might try to source a new set of taillights. These are kind of ugly. So now that we've got everything in the rear removed and everything in the front, it's time to do everything along the side of the car. Starting with all of the door handles, and I think to take the door handles off, you gotta take the door card off. Thank God for YouTube, because getting this door card off was a lot more of a struggle than I thought it was gonna be. Now I gotta do that 3 more times. I love how I'm thinking this stuff's hard and I haven't even started wrapping the damn car. You ready?
Am I peeling? No, you're just peeling, right?
I'm gonna start here and
Yeah.
you're gonna finish it, okay? Come on this side, yep. Like that, yep, you're good. Guys, sorry, the camera cut out, but obviously I wrapped the rest of the fender. Like, look how good this looks. You see the edges, peep the edges. Oh, it looks so good, it looks so good. I already knew this, but there is so much that goes in to wrapping even just this small of a section. The fundamentals, the basics that you gotta know to do this properly. A lot of people do these half-assed, botched wrap jobs, but to get it looking good, it is actually crazy how much knowledge and expertise you have to have. So I'm excited to learn, but let's get to the rest of the car. We got one more fender done and the trunk is finished. We had to do 2 pieces here. This is what I was told to make it easier for myself. So I used knifeless tape across here. There's a line, you can't really see it. It's pretty hidden, looks pretty good. I obviously had help doing it. And then this is one piece at the top, and this is another piece on the back. Even though this stuff is laid, I'm an idiot, and when I was prepping the car, one of the things you're supposed to do is clay bar all of the paint to really make sure any dust and grit that is stuck in the paint comes out. Because if you take your hand, like this feels rough. It also sounds rough. So I got a clay bar now the rest of the car. The trunk and the fenders are on, it's okay, it's whatever, but you'll see like little dust particles underneath the wrap. So that's what we're doing right now. You use some quick detailer and some clay, and then you just rub all the paint. And then you'll basically do this until it feels smooth and it'll get quieter. Like there won't really sound like there's a lot of friction as you're rubbing the car. So even though the paint looked really clean, you can see on here how dirty it still was. Guys, we have only, not only actually, the front bumper left, then the door, then the roof. Like this has been 6 days, almost 5 days, and it's not even done yet. And I had help for like a lot of it. But I've learned a tremendous amount in the last few days. I could do this a little bit. Would I charge somebody for my work? Maybe not.
Probably not.
Yep.
Or you could just leave it like that.
You think it's done?
Yeah.
No, it kind of looks like those, like the drag Civic bumper.
Yeah, yeah.
You know those big ones that go around the whole thing.
Oh my god, it looks massive in camera.
You know what's also massive?
What?
No!
What just happened there?
What'd you do, bro? A little bit lighter. You don't have to pull that hard.
I went to the gym yesterday, that's why.
Oh my god.
You're going too quick.
I know, man. I'm starting a toolbox one in my ass. I'm just gonna rip this off.
Why?
Because I'm gonna redo the whole door.
Why?
Because I f***ed this cut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Look. I cut it too early. See here?
Oh my god. You're a dumbass.
Thank you, yeah.
How did you fuck it up that bad?
I don't know, bro, it's deceiving when you're cutting with the knife.
Is it tripping you out?
Yeah, like you can't tell exactly, like you can't. Everything is officially done. As I said before, we decided to leave the hood carbon fiber. I think it contrasts pretty well with the blue. The roof is the only thing we still gotta touch. I don't know if I'm gonna do gloss black or if I should do carbon PPF. I just redid the door and I think it's all good now. As you can see, I fixed up this line so it's a lot higher. So when I put the trim on, it's gonna be completely covered just like this side. Now we need to put the front bumper back together. Front lip goes on. This little intercooler guard goes on, and then everything else goes back together. Then we do the roof. We're in the home stretch. Progress is being made. Bumper is back together. This angle right here, how the car sits with the intercooler exposed, no headlights, looks so mean, but lip is on, this intercooler guard is on. I was honestly debating on not putting that like circular whatever guard back on because I think it looks so much better with how much the intercooler is exposed, but this also looks pretty cool and I might as well protect it if I can. And we did decide to do self-healing gloss black PPF on the roof. I had Owen, aka Ghost Automotive, install it because PPF is a bit of a different process than normal vinyl, so I needed his expertise on it. He kind of did most of that. And if you can tell, we've kind of started to put together some bits of the car. So we got, this door is done. Boom. Okay, so the lock works, which is good. I decided to do the black instead of the carbon PPF on the roof because I know my hood is carbon and maybe it would have flowed. It would have been impossible to match the exact carbon weave and color with the PPF film, and I know that's gonna piss me off when I look at it, so I'd rather just go black. It's simpler, and it still does flow with the car really well. And if you come over here, we can see a certified new technician BMW tech.
I got my hard hat on.
He's got a hard hat on, so you know he's being safe. This is actually the first time I think I'm seeing Victor get to work on his own car, you know?
This is the third time you said that.
The more that I work on my car or cars in general, I keep finding and learning about these awesome tools. We have a screwdriver here, right? You can put different bits in the end of it like this, but let me show you what's so awesome. Need another bit, right? Look at that. That's cool. Ladies and gentlemen, the car has been fully reassembled. So without further ado, let me show you my 1997 Honda Civic wrapped in Laguna Seca Blue from Vinyl Frog. I could not be any happier with how this turned out. The blue looks amazing. I've owned BMWs for a long time. It's kind of a BMW page. Now it's got a little BMW on the Honda with the Laguna Seca Blue. I really did not think this was gonna be as much work and as hard as it was. I've helped with wrapping cars before. I did know it's a ton of work, but this, even with help, was a lot, and it took a lot out of me. Would I recommend you to wrap your own car? Honestly, if you want a good finish and you don't want to risk cutting your paint with the knife as you cut the vinyl, and you want things done perfect and you want it to look really good, no. There's really just so much you have to be aware of, and you have to be so meticulous with the knife, how much material you use. It's very easy to waste material. You have to redo a door. I had to redo 2 doors. Thankfully, it's a small car, so I didn't use too much vinyl and waste too much in this process. I would never have tried this, and I will probably never try to wrap my M2 by myself. Although I did learn a crazy amount, I still just wouldn't want to risk cutting the paint on that car and, you know, damaging stuff in the process. Because even taking the whole car apart, this car is probably a bit easier than a new BMW. There's a lot more clips, sensors, cables, whatever. You don't want to risk breaking stuff as you pry things off. As I was putting everything back together, I really found myself seeing a bunch of slivers of silver. Like there was an edge at this taillight, I think on that taillight, the door trims, the window trims. You really do see your imperfections when you're coming to the end, and you don't want to see any original paint pop up, obviously, because that means you either have to redo the whole piece or add a little inlay and just cover it up the best you can. But you can probably tell, honestly, if you looked really close with a fine-tooth comb at each of these panels, you could probably see which wraps I did and which wraps other people did that really do know what they're doing. We used knifeless tape again for this quarter panel because there's no way I'm going to cut that. For example, I cut this quarter panel, so on the inside of the wheel well you can see there's an added piece right there because I cut it too short and there was some silver showing. The real test is going to be after a few months go by to see how well the wrap has held up on all the corners and if any bubbling appears. I hope you guys like the color as much as I do and like the finish. And again, if you're going to do it yourself, just pay some money to get the job done properly. I promise the money is worth how much work goes into it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.